Hey guys, welcome back to the Piston Show. It's October the 24th today and about 10:45 in the morning. It's supposed to be Diwali today and we're supposed to be out, filling our tummies and such. But before we actually get down to that, I want to tell you about this car, the new W206 Mercedes-Benz C-Class. Now those of you who have been following us for a while will know that we have actually reviewed the C-Class quite a while ago. But this is not just any C-Class. This is the locally assembled C300 introduced by Mercedes-Benz Malaysia sometime in August of this year. However, before we go any further and I tell you more about this car, as usual, a word from our sponsor. Hey guys, I'd just like to take you a couple of seconds to tell you about BH Petrol's Infinity RON 97 Euro 4M, because it's not like any other petrol out there, because it features advanced German additives that go into your engine, clean out deposits that have already formed from before, and if you continue using the Infinity RON 97 Euro 4M, you're basically ensuring that your engine continuously runs clean. So not only that, it also comes with an advanced friction modifier that goes in, reduces the friction of your engine, ensuring that you get maximum power and maximum fuel efficiency. Besides that, it also comes with 90% reduced sulfur. 90% guys! So what this does is, it makes sure that your engine runs clean and it's also great for the environment. So the next time you pour BH Petrol's Infinity RON 97 Euro 4M, know that you're making the right choice. In terms of power plant, the C300 is powered by a 2-litre turbocharged engine producing 255 horsepower and 400 Newton meters of torque, which means it's actually quite a fun car to drive. It's a very spirited car to drive as well. However, it's also quite economical, which I must say is quite surprising. It's connected to a 9-speed gearbox and it transfers power to the rear wheels. Actually, for C300, 255 horsepower, it's actually quite fun. Let's take it for a drive and let's talk about it more shortly. So, powering the C300 is a 2-litre turbocharged engine producing about 255 horsepower and 400 Newton meters of torque. Power is transferred to the rear wheels via a 9-speed gearbox. It's actually quite a smooth shifting gearbox, I gotta say. I gotta say also that the entire power plant has been really refined. During the start-stop procedure, auto start-stop, you do not feel anything. That's how refined this car is, and I think BMW for one can learn a lot about creating a refined start-stop system. Mercedes-Benz has perfected that procedure. And then power-wise too, like make some fun noises. And that is in sport mode. So it's actually a very spirited car. And then at the same time, it's actually quite economical at the same time. I mean, it's not very economical. It's not the type of car that you'll buy if you're, a fuel miser where you just are hoping to perhaps fill up the tank every 10 days or so. If you're that kind of person, then there's not the car for you. But if you're the type of person that enjoys a nice entertainment system, because it comes with a Burmester entertainment system, wireless Apple CarPlay, everything that works, right? So this is the type of car for you. It's spacious as well, there's no doubt. But one thing I truly enjoy driving this car is because it seems to have everything right. 255 horsepower is actually quite a lot of horsepower. It's not explosive, but it's just nice. It's not going to win you any traffic light drag wars, but it's just good. The entertainment system, well, it's massive. I gotta say that it's distracting at the same time because there's a lot going on, right? And even with the Apple CarPlay, it's not gonna. There you go, Apple CarPlay. So, in that sense, you get a lot for your money, and I need to show you this. You get different speedometer designs depending on, you know, this is called understated, you just get a clock and speed, your RPM and speed is here and such. But there you go, that is what I wanted to show you. You didn't hear that, I didn't feel it, I just heard a very little click, and that's the start-stop system. It's super refined and it's just done really, really well. So that is really cool. In other words, the interior, I think, it's perfect in my books, at least. As compared to the 3 Series, I think this stimulates the mind a lot more. It's a very futuristic interior, and you just do this and, you know, get a panoramic roof just by a little swipe of your finger. Watch this. That's the panoramic roof for you. So that's really nice. I mean, you get a really great entertainment system, you know, the entire GPS and such, everything is here. And talking about GPS, you can also turn this entire screen into one giant GPS screen as well. Another thing I don't quite like are the haptic buttons. You see, for me to change the screen, I have to press this, then I have to swipe it this way and then press it. So this is just too much for me. I prefer physical buttons in that sense. Haptic buttons, yeah, I hope they do not progress into the next model because it's just annoying as well. As a driver's car, well, it's quite a nice place to be. No doubt, this is the perfect place to really enjoy this car because that engine is quite sweet. 255 horsepower, there's no arguing against it. And then, well, there's another thing about it, it's quite low. It runs on 19-inch wheels, but the car sits quite low. So when you're going, you know, above speed humps, if you're carrying your family and such, which is what this car is about, it's about taking people around. It's ultimately a people mover as well. So when you're carrying people, it sits rather low, so you're going to be scraping its underbelly quite hard. And I also think that, you know, the fact that it doesn't have USB points at the back, it's quite sad because, well, it's 2022, all of us rely on our gadgets. The fact that it doesn't have USB ports is, yeah, unacceptable in my books. But then it quite makes up for it as well. It makes up because the entertainment system, for one, is amazing. I'm sure your passengers will forgive you for the fact that you bought a car that doesn't have USB ports with this Burmester sound system. 255 horsepower will always keep you entertained. I do think that these brakes could be better. They're very spongy and they lack that initial bite that I find to be very important. They don't have that. So yeah, I'm not a fan of these brakes. But then other than that, there's a lot to love about this car as well. So as usual, if I have your attention up to this point, do consider subscribing. Happy Diwali to all those that are celebrating. And this is the Piston Show. Thank you.